Hello Capricorn, welcome to your bonus reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Capricorn, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start with the Knight of Cups. This is all about the giving and receiving of love and affection and kindness. I think you're a very kind person. I think right now, especially during this time of year, I think you're very focused on giving. I think you're somebody that probably gives very good gifts. Like you're the one that really knows how to give people the right gift, for the right person. I think that you truly see people. And you truly care about people, and you connect with people, and you remember those people. And when it comes time to give a gift, you think, I know what they'll like, And that's interesting, for a Capricorn, because you're supposed to be this ambitious and solitary sort of mountain goat, right? Climbing the world mountain all by yourself and achieving all these great things. But there's a soft side of you too, right? And it just so happens that this card is a Cancer card, right? The sign, the zodiac sign of Cancer, which happens to be your exact opposite sign on the wheel of the zodiac, right? So I feel that this perfectly represents kind of the soft underbelly of a Capricorn goat, And this is, I think, really your care and your affection for other people. There might be a question here of whether or not you're sort of receiving as much as you're giving, if there's any kind of reciprocity going on right now, if you're receiving the affection in kind of the same thoughtful manner that you're giving it, okay? This is a question of, when we say I love you, does life say I love you back? Let's put this card into a little bit of context, okay? Let's see what's going on here with this. This is sort of the card, too, that's questing after the Holy Grail, okay? This, to me, represents somebody who is really following their path, really following their purpose. They're expressing themselves kind of the way that you intend to, right? You're not holding yourself back. I think right now you're kind of wearing your heart on your sleeve a little bit. We've got another court card. This is a Gemini court card. It's a Queen of Swords. A High Priestess. A Strength card. A Ten of Swords. And another court card, a Queen of Cups. First thing I see is that this air energy is right in the middle of you and this other, a Knight of Cups and a Queen of Cups. It's kind of a perfect match, right? But I think coming in between that is this air energy. And maybe it's a Gemini person, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with an air sign person at all. But I feel like something or someone is coming between you and the satisfaction of your desire, of really, really achieving that that Holy Grail, right? And so this, to me, feels like somebody that is either interfering with your relationship, someone is perhaps interfering with what you're going after in life, with what your purpose and your passion is. We feel like there's kind of an interference or a blockage there. This could be a friend who is maybe, when everything's said and done, not really much of a friend, right? This could be someone who is a little bit jealous of what you're doing, somebody who is kind of looking at your life from afar and kind of envious, right? Maybe a little bit covetous of what you have or of what you're going after, just your ability to kind of love and be loved. They're kind of jealous of your ability to connect with people, okay? So we got to be careful with this person because we don't know I don't know, at least, what they're doing now to interfere with your life, or if they're making trouble or making problems now. I remember about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, we had an air sign person in your life that was causing problems kind of in your family or and workplace environment. Because I kind of felt at the time you were working with family members or something like this. But now I feel like this person is getting in between you and your complement, right? The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups could be getting between you and your partner, you and your spouse, you and the fulfillment of your desires, you and the fulfillment of your will, right? Somebody is coming along and kind of sabotaging your quest for your Holy Grail, okay? And now, Capricorn, if there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, let's put the rest of our cards on the table and we'll get into it one by one. We've got an Ace of Wands. We've got the Death card. We have, interesting, now we've got a Knight of Swords. We have a Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups, we've got a Knight of Swords, and we've got a Queen of Swords. It could be that this person really just needs to find their own thing. They need to find their own path, their own interest, because maybe it feels as if they're trying to tag along with you, and they're trying to make your dream theirs, right? And so they're kind of, in a way, they're kind of trying to take it away from you, and you're just kind of like, hey, get out of here. This is my thing. This is what I do, you know? But they're just kind of, they see what you do, and they say, oh, I'm going to do that too. And so now that we have their perfect complement, this perfect syzygy, this pair, it almost is as if this person needs to kind of get their own life, get their own passion, get their own path, get their own Holy Grail. Final card here is the Three of Wands. I think that this is going to be important for you because of the Ten of Swords, essentially. And I guess a little bit of that Death card too, because I feel that, this person is, it's like they follow you around everywhere you go. And maybe this is just something online, maybe this is a family member or a friend, maybe it's somebody at work. But it feels like they're always breathing down your neck, trying to maybe steal the credit from you, or trying to just kind of steal your ideas, or they see you doing things a certain way and then they're going to go and start doing it that way too. And it's just, it's kind of annoying, right? It feels like this is a situation that needs to come to an end if you're going to achieve your satisfaction. If you're going to connect with that which you really need to connect with in life. Maybe this is about people. Maybe this is you really going after a certain person, wanting to connect with that person, wanting to get to know that person, trying to have a union, coming together with this. And this is somebody that's they're getting in the way. They see you going after something that you want in life. They're going to go after it first, and they're going to get in your way. Right? And so if this is you with an interest in getting to know somebody and maybe more, maybe there's some attraction there, and this person will come in and they'll start kind of going after that person too, right? Just to sort of get in your way, just to kind of, in some ways, take it away from you, okay? And so what this person really needs is their own thing so they can stop trying to get in between you and what is meant for you. And if we can get rid of that and just get this, you got some really good cards here. Okay? I think that this really is, the good news is that you have your sights set on something you want, and you're going to get it. You've got the drive, you've got the wisdom, the insight, you've got the willpower, you've got the virtue, right? You're in the right here. But this person is interfering. They need their own life, and I think that you have to put an end to that situation and move on, and put this thing behind you. And I don't know exactly how you're going to go about doing that, but I think by maybe encouraging this person to sort of, in not so many words, get a life, right? Get your own life. Find your own thing. Find something that you want to do. Find something that means something to you. The Holy Grail that you are after, Capricorn, cannot be the same Holy Grail that they're after, right? But I feel like they don't really know what they want. And so they're just seeing you want something and they're thinking, I want that too. And then, of course, it becomes a competition, right? I think the Ten of Swords up here is saying we have to put an end to that. That this is something that's got to be, and maybe there's a little bit of subterfuge going on here. Maybe it's that you sort of make it known that you want this certain thing so desperately, the greatest thing ever that you want. Then they go after it, and then you kind of, you sort of leave the room, go in a different direction real quick to go after what you really want. It's a little bit of misdirection, right? Well, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This feels kind of like an old school reading because we've had this problem with an air sign person before in your life, and I don't know if that's the same person or if this is just a different air sign person, but here's our mystery card with our very own Kelly Kapoor. We're not going to look at that until the end. It's going to tie everything together. If you want to maybe help me predict that card, leave a comment and, put your prediction down there. But looking around the room, we've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana energies. We've got this lust or passion, this strength, right? We've got the intuition, and we've got the card of change. We got the death card. Okay. And so it very much makes me wonder if you've got this. Maybe it's just right now with this air sign person. We'll call it an air sign person. Maybe right now you just have a sneaking suspicion that they've been doing things to get in between you and this other, what I'm going to call another person, right? The person that you really are wanting to connect with. And this could be a friend or a coworker that is kind of spreading rumors. It could be gossip. It could be that they're rushing ahead of you and taking credit for something that then when you actually arrive there, it's too late. You know what I mean? But that high priestess underneath the surface is kind of indicating that you're not fully aware of all of this right now. Okay? The high priestess is kind of trying to get your attention. It's kind of waving, saying, hey, look over here, right? It kind of looks like it's flagging you down, waving you down to say, hey, there's something here you need to look at. Okay? And I don't know really if this is a work thing or what. It feels that it might be something more related to friends or family or romance because of the nature of the water energy, right? Because as we're looking around the room here, we have this cluster of court cards. Okay, they're all sort of they're all ganged up here together in a bunch. We have our majors, then we've just got fire and air. Okay, we have air, and air, but you're sort of being represented by this water energy. And it might be as well an indication that you're too tolerant of this person, that you're way too accepting and you're way too giving them the benefit of the doubt and think, oh, it's okay, I don't mind, of course. Of course you can come along and breathe down my neck and shadow me and try to learn everything that I'm doing, right? It's kind of, it's like a magician who's following around another magician and saying, can I learn all your tricks? And the other magician saying, well, I guess, sure, yeah, okay. When really what we need to be saying is, no, get your own tricks, get your own magic, right? This magic is mine. And, it's not to say that you're not willing to teach or share, because I think indeed that's what you're doing, is you're being very accepting and very tolerant of this person. But Spirit's trying to flag you down and say, hey, wait a minute, this person is not so innocent. This person does not really have your best interest at heart. And so I think that, you're starting to feel a little bit, you're starting to kind of know that something's going on with this person. They're not who they say they are. They have an agenda that they're not really being so open with. Okay? I think this sneaking suspicion that you have is going to grow into really a certainty. Okay? And we're looking up at that Ten of Swords. The complete ending of a relationship. A complete ruin, right? It's kind of like we're dismantling any connections that we have with someone. And that's harsh, right? That's something that you look at that card. It's very orange, very red. It sort of connects us with our strength card, our virtue card, and our Ace of Wands card, right? Whereas everything else is kind of the blue and a little bit of green and the white and stuff. But no, this is just red, orange, red, orange, red, orange, red, orange. Because this is kind of the extreme thing. This is one completely extreme end of the spectrum. And this is cutting everything off completely. This is like zero contact. This is like this I got to fire this person. I can't be friends with this person anymore. I'm not going to bring them around my friends or my family anymore. It's really it's a severing of that relationship. Okay. And that's kind of an extreme way to go. But I think your intuition here is sort of pointing you in that way, saying, hey, something is going on here. You need to be willing to do what you have to do to protect yourself from this energy. I think the reason for the Ten of Swords as well, and I think that's what Spirit's really trying to flag you down to tell you, is that if things continue the way they're going, and if you are engaging with this person without any kind of protection, or you know what I mean? If you're fully open and engaged with this person, the plan that you have, which I think these two cards represent you fulfilling your desire and having the kind of life or having the kind of relationship that you want, whether it's the friend, the family member, or the romantic partner, I think this person's interference is going to cause the complete ruin of your plans. Of your plans for this. Okay? I feel like Spirit's trying to flag you down and tell you that. The Strength card or the Lust card behind everything, I think is, this to me feels like, it feels like the motivation for you going after this particular goal. Because like I said, without this air sign person there, without this looming over our head, this is pretty great. This is saying that you are absolutely fired up about something and you're going after it with everything that you've got, and you're going to unite, whether this is a relationship, again, a family thing, it could be something career related or related to your creativity. But I feel like this is the big thing for you. This is what you want in life more than anything right now. Okay? And I feel that this Strength card, this Lust card it's sort of overwhelming. It's almost as if you're so focused on this, you're so consumed by this, that there might be a little bit of that ignorance that this person's really there and interfering in that way. In other words, we're so wrapped up in what we're doing that we got the blinders on. We're not really seeing that negative energy coming in from either side. Okay? And I don't know if this is literally an air sign person, but I can see that they have an agenda of their own that you're not aware of. And we see that in this card because they're taking that mask off. Okay? I think very soon your intuition is going to be proved right. That you're going to see this person as they really are. Like the mask is going to you're going to see them in a rare moment of their honesty and transparency. And you're going to say, oh, okay, I see who you are. I see what's going on here. It's going to be that moment of clarity. And I pray that happens sooner rather than later, before they do too much damage to your path and your progress in whatever this is for you at the moment. Yeah. It's kind of like we have to shut down their plans and kind of inoculate ourselves against their efforts before they end up bringing our entire ship down. Okay? Because the removal of this interference is going to put you in touch with this, and this is a jackpot, right? This is really, really good news. I think the good news here really is that you're seeing this person for who they are, and you're able to do what needs to be done to to protect your life and to get back on course. You know, and we have to look at it like good news. And maybe this is the a really kind of sorrowful time. Over here we have this death card, not a happy card, right? But perhaps we have to think of this as good news, because the alternative is that we are just devastated that this person who we thought was our friend or a family member or coworker or whatever has not really been rooting for us, has been kind of, even in a way, actively rooting against us. And that's devastating, right? You think of your family member, your best friend, or anybody at work or wherever this is, that they are talking behind your back, or they're spreading rumors or lies, or they are trying to take credit, or they're trying to in some way kind of take over your life and your efforts and claim it for themselves. It comes as a shock. It comes as a kind of a devastating blow. We have to look at it like good news. We have to look at it and say, okay, well, I'm glad I know that, because every moment that we go not knowing the truth is setting us back, right? It's injuring our progress. It is harming our path. It's threatening our success and threatening our jackpot, threatening our big win here. And so it's good news. Now you discover that one of your friends is not your friend. All right, that's good news. That's how we have to look at it. Right? Because it's kind of like, okay, great. One obstacle off my path gets easier now. That's good news. Okay? We have to look at it like the trash is sort of taking itself out. It makes our life easier, right? This is good news. And it really is because of this Ace of Wands over here, your attention, your focus. I think because you are so set on whatever this goal is. It could be a career goal, a spiritual goal. It could be a creative goal. It could be, it could be healing. Maybe this is really your effort to heal, or your effort to connect with your family or your true friends, or with a romantic partner, whatever it is. You're so committed to that, right? That whatever has to be removed from your path is going to be good news. And you got this Ace of Wands. This is your general energy. You are fired up. And I think you're ready to do what needs to be done. Okay? The Ace of Wands is a card that says you have this natural power in you. You have this resilience, but you have this ability to focus on what you want in life, even if you have to climb that mountain by yourself. Okay? In other words, the mountain goat is not afraid of being the lonely mountain goat. As you're climbing up this mountain, as you're rushing toward this satisfaction of this desire, as you're rushing toward your holy grail, if family members, if friends decide they don't want to be there with you, that's okay. It's good news. My load is lighter. My responsibility is lighter. My path is easier now. You know, you don't want that to happen, right? We don't want to we don't want to feel betrayed by anybody. And I think that Ten of Swords, to me, it feels like betrayal. Okay? We don't want to be betrayed by anybody. But I'd rather know than not know. It's good news to find out the truth. All truth is good news, right? And it just means that, right now, I can travel a little bit more free up this mountain and accomplish whatever this goal is. You're not afraid of hard work. You're not afraid of doing it alone. If somebody abandons you or betrays you, good. Better to know that and leave them behind as you keep going forward. Okay? And I think that's really part of this, the death card. It's just this shedding of this skin that you're always moving forward. And if there are energies that are in your way, you're not stopping, right? Just like the death card sort of marches forward. slow and steady. If something's in the way, it's like a train that's traveling on a track. You stay out of its way, right? Nothing is going to prevent the progress here. Okay? And I don't mean that to say that you're just going to smash into any obstacles, anybody that gets in your way, watch out, But maybe there's a little bit of that. Because I feel as if nothing is more important to you right now than whatever this water energy is, whatever this Holy Grail is for you. That's the most important thing. And I think that you are willing to lose anything that you need to. You don't want to. You don't want to lose friends. You don't want to lose, the closeness with a family member or something. You don't want to lose trust in your coworkers or whatever. But you're willing to, if that's what it takes. You're not going to pretend that everything's fine. You want the truth. The truth is good news. And that makes things go a little bit smoother for you, having dealt with that and gotten rid of that energy and disconnected from those people or whatever it is. Okay, you don't want to lose friends, but you'll lose whatever you have to lose to keep this progress. Okay. Now, the Knight of Swords in this position of the obstacle. I think, in some ways it's going to be difficult for you to accept the truth of this person's involvement in your life and what they have been doing or what their true intentions or their real agenda is. It's going to be difficult to accept that. But the sooner you look at it as good news, then the sooner I think you can make a decision with how you're going to handle that. How you're going to, if this is a business, well, is this something, do you fire the person? Have they been stealing from you, right? Do you give them another chance? Do you fire them? If this is a friend who you realize, has betrayed you or something like this, do you give them another chance? Do you forgive and say, okay, come here, let's hug it out and let's keep going. It's okay. We can still be best friends. I think the Three of Wands up here at the top is kind of that question too. What is the right thing to do here? Is the right thing to forgive and forget and just hug it out and be best friends again? Or is it kind of saying, hey, I don't need you in my life? It's not, it sucks, but it is what it is. You didn't do it, right? They did it. So why should you feel bad if they sort of betrayed themselves ultimately in betraying you, okay? And it may be that this person isn't even sorry for anything. It may be that they really are going to deny until they're blue in the face. But you've seen the truth, and that's what matters to you. So the Three of Wands becomes our virtues. It becomes us doing the right thing, even when the right thing is the unpopular or the difficult thing. So I think you're going to have to make this difficult decision about someone in your life that has been betraying you in some way, interfering with your life, betraying your trust, betraying your good nature. And I think we're gonna have to figure that one out. Okay. The Three of Wands is saying that you're doing the right thing, even when that right thing is difficult. To stay on your path and pursue this again, it feels like a romance. It feels like maybe this is somebody that is kind of interfering in your relationship or something like that. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe this will give us a clue. This could be another water energy, maybe. If you have a prediction for this card, please put it in the comments. I'm kind of thinking water. But let's see. Oh, it's a Knight of Wands. Another Knight. A lot of court cards here. This is a large group of people involved in this thing, right? This got to be like a family thing, or maybe it's a group of your friends. But this is, I think this is a very active, a very swift-moving card. This is a card, and I think especially with the rest of the energy here, that what you don't really want to do is act impulsively. You don't want to do the wrong thing, but what you do need to do is trust your gut. This is the card that says whatever your instinct is telling you, which, again, your intuition is sort of flagging you down, saying, hey, look over here, right? Once you look over there and you see this truth, right, you get the good news. Do what your gut tells you to do. And your gut might tell you to completely cut that person off, block them, excommunicate them, kick them out of your life, whatever your gut tells you to do, that's the right thing to do. Okay? Because whatever it is here that you're protecting, this is what matters to you in your life right now. Whether this is your relationship and this is somebody who's interfering with your relationship, or if this is your business or something and this is somebody that really smiles and they say they're your best friend but they're interfering in some way, do what your instinct tells you. Yeah. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, we're going to do an Jing hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner, a link down below. New readings for Capricorn Thursdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.